Ah. No, it's not slow anymore. Weird. Alright. I'm not trusting that to stay. Alright. Hi guys! Where's the camera? There's the camera. Hi guys, I realized that I never did a Comic-Con wrap-up video kind of thing, so that's what this is gonna be. It's actually Tuesday. We got home Sunday, and you know, yesterday, Monday, I worked, and when work ended, I was just like, I'm way too tired to worry about Comic-Con stuff. So today is gonna be my day to sort through all the footage, figure out if I'm gonna put it all in one video or if I'm gonna make it into a playlist. I think I'm gonna make it into a playlist. I just think that would be easier. I'm not letting myself edit the video because that's gonna just take forever. Yeah, I kind of wanted to just summarize my San Diego Comic-Con 2015 experience. It was an event. It was an event. It was good. It was bad. It was crowded. It was exciting. I'm just gonna be honest, and this feels kind of rude to say since they were nice enough to give me a press pass, but after years of all my friends going and, you know, it taking over the city and there being advertisements for everywhere and everybody posting the aerial pic, I want to be where the people are, and that's a picture of the San Diego Comic-Con logo. It really didn't live up to the hype. I mean, at least when I go to a convention, and you know, I used to go to Anime Expo all the time when I was younger, up until like the second year that I moved to LA, and then it was just way too big. I've been to WonderCon, I've been to VidCon, I went to Playlist, if you even count that as a carnival more like. But yeah, I've been to enough conventions that, you know, I've gotten the range of really small ones. Oh, Gaslight Gathering, Anime Kanji, stuff like that too, like small ones, and GamerCon. And up to, I guess, Comic-Con's the biggest one I've ever been to. And I did go once a long time ago, but I don't even remember enough to compare. But anyway, my point is that I've been to enough cons that I know what I like and I know what I don't like. I don't like lines. I don't like crowds. I don't like the thing about conventions that are so big is there's no real one-on-one with the people you're gonna go watch, which is understandable. There's a million people and everybody wants to be their friend. But it almost feels like, you know that Disney ride? I think they actually took it down, but it was like this giant turning thing and you would sit there and it would be like different scenes as it turned. That's almost what it felt like. Like they could have just been automatons and it would have been the same because there's not really that much interaction. You know, there's a couple people like shouting out and they like respond to it, but some of the big stars, they just like glare and then move right on. So the panels that I did enjoy were the smaller ones, were the ones that, you know, weren't so much, they didn't include like big celebrities or whatever. It was people that were just interested and involved in that material. I went to a diversity one where it was like supposed to be about you know, different races and genders and stuff in comics, and that was the one where I made friends with all the people from Bleeding Cool, so that was nice. And then there was one that was about LGBTQ representation in gaming, and that also was really nice, and I got some of the phone numbers of some of the people on, or not phone numbers, business cards of some of the people in the panel, and I'm going to see if I can get them to do some one-on-one interviews where they can talk about games they've worked on, or, you know, games they've seen good examples of, because, not to sound like a raging feminist, but as much as I love video games, you know, it would be nice to have more female characters, more biracial characters, more, you know, more sexual orientations without it being like a joke. Just let it be a trait of the character, because that's what it is in real life. It's not like, I'm gay, so every joke I make is about being gay. Like, I mean, there's people out there like that, and no problem with that, but there are all sorts of people, and you know, orientation and race and gender and stuff like that shouldn't be their byline, their selling point. It should just be a part of who they are, and they should have, you know, their own traits and stuff that make them unique. Anyway, so I went to that panel, and then I also went to I think I told you about it, but the India Inkblot mental health one, and that one was probably the one that I don't know if I'd say enjoyed the most, but it affected me the most, because it was nice to hear that, you know, I'm not the only one feeling like guilty that I wasn't like out of my mind with excitement the whole time I was at Comic-Con, that I was dealing with depression and anxiety and stuff like that, and had kind of a breakdown because, you know, my husband said he was going to meet me and then he didn't, and then all of a sudden I was just like, it all came crushing on me and I was just like, ah! So in light of that, Project U-Rock, when I first saw it, I thought it was Uruk. I don't know why, like Urukai. And then someone else said it was, or U-Rock, sorry, yeah, someone else said it was U-Rock. It's actually You Are Okay. You Are Okay. So sorry for always saying it wrong. But anyway, Project You Are Okay is this mental health thing, mostly geared towards younger people, basically saying, you know, it's okay to understand that you might have a mental health issue. The founder, Jenny Jaffa, I was reading some articles that she was interviewed in, and apparently she doesn't want to say mental illness, which I can understand because, you know, it's the same thing as, like, not so long ago they would say being gay was an illness, and it's like, no, it's just who I am. And it's like, you know, being bipolar or whatever obviously isn't fun, but it is part of who that person is, and, you know, it's demeaning to say illness, like, you know, you're unfit. And that's kind of basically what this project seems to be about, is, you know, making it acceptable to the general public to, you know, say I have these conditions that make it harder for me to adjust to situations. And if you go to their website, it's literally projectyouareok.org. There's videos from celebrities to just regular average Joes talking about their own experiences with mental conditions and, you know, depression, stuff like that. And it's actually really inspiring. The first one I watched was the Will Wheaton one, and I've since then watched a bunch of the other ones, and it's nice to watch a video by someone I've never met and realize that a lot of these feelings that I felt like only I have, you know, arrogant as that sounds, they're actually not that rare, and a lot of other people have it, and sometimes they have advice for how to deal with it. Another thing that's interesting about Project You Are Okay is that, unlike a lot of projects, and I was actually saying this to Jenny when I was talking to her after her panel for a while, it's nice to find a mental conditioning, mental health project that doesn't demonize meds, because so many of these projects out there, they're literally just like completely focused on mind over matter, and they're like, oh, you can just talk yourself out of mental conditions. It's like, no, not really, because a lot of them really are chemically involved, and you can try to psych yourself out all you want. I have tried to psych myself out for the last 30 years, and it doesn't really seem to do anything when I'm having my little breakdowns or whatever. Not that little, actually. Anyway, if you want to know more about that kind of stuff, go to projectyouareok.org. There's actually like a video submission thing, so I thought I'd try my hand at making one, but you like make the video and send it to them, and then they decide if they want it, and they edit it and stuff like that. So if I do that, it won't be up immediately. And also, like I mentioned it before, but, you know, I have my other channel on Vimeo. If you are curious about my daily goings-on that aren't necessarily game-related, it's a top free advocacy one, so fill in the blank there, and you can tell why I'm not on YouTube anymore. But that's just toplesstopics.org. I finally made a website. I still have to flesh that a little bit. But yeah, so end all be all of San Diego Comic-Con. Will I go back next year? Well, you know, I've honestly been going back and forth about this, and I think I will fill out the press packet, and if I do get the press badge again, which supposedly is easier after the first time, then yes, absolutely. And plus, you know, who knows what my life is going to be like in a year. You know, I could be balanced out on meds, I could be happily married, I could have a kid or whatever like that, and I'd rather have the option to go than cut myself off before I even know what's going to be the case in a year from now. But the press packet won't be out for months anyway, so things I would do differently, I would get way more comfortable shoes, because I had tennis shoes. I thought they'd be okay, but my feet were just shot. I actually didn't go to Comic-Con at all on Sunday because I could barely walk that morning, and I'm just like, so I just went home and we just played video games and stupid shit. So more comfortable shoes. I did try to keep my backpack pretty light, but I guess I'd try to keep it even lighter. and if possible, I might just spring for a closer parking spot, because as nice as it was to have free parking, it was quite a long walk back, so I ended up never ever, I'd come down in the morning and then I go back at night, and I didn't walk there any other time because I didn't want to have to deal with that. Hell, who knows? Maybe I'll be like rich and famous and I can actually get a hotel room. That's not happening, but that'd be so weird, get a hotel room in San Diego when I was born and raised here. Or maybe I'll have friends that live closer and I can just stay at their house. That'd be not terrible. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So what's next on the radar? Well, of course, VidCon. VidCon is in 2 weeks, and I'm gonna go up Wednesday night, not this Wednesday, but Wednesday next week. And I already got invited to like a full screen thing on one of the nights, and now I'm better friends. I spent a chunk of this Comic-Con hanging out with, I don't know if it'd be weird to say her name, but Akila, obviously, aka Smoothie Freak. She was really nice, and I actually hung out with her for almost all of Friday. So now I feel like, not that I'm trying to use her, I mean, I actually do like her, she's an awesome person, but maybe now I'll actually have a better shot at kind of getting to hang out with, at the parties and stuff, because the thing about VidCon is, it's okay to go as a fangirl if you have a lot of friends to go with you. If you're like me and you're going by yourself, then you don't really have anything to do outside of the panels, and it's kind of sad to be like sitting there in the hotel room that you're sharing with 10 other people and just be like, I want to be where the famous people are. I don't care about famous, I want to make friends. That's what it always comes down to. I want to make friends and friends with similar interests. And one of the things I loved about hanging out with Akila is that both of us, we would make these like internet references to each other. And I'm so used to, with my husband and with most of my friends, even the ones that do go on the internet a lot, they don't really go in the same places that I go. So I'll like reference a meme or something and they're just like, huh? But with Akila, like, we both got it, and it was amazing and beautiful, and it was really fun. In a weird way. Alright, that's about it. I'm gonna put all these videos up. I think I am gonna go with the playlist thing instead of editing it all into one video, because then I don't have to actually take it into Premiere and put it all together. Blah. And then I'm gonna try to make my own video for this project. You rock? You are okay? I keep saying you rock. And so if that goes up, follow the Twitter and stuff, and I'll post a link to it. And I also am gonna do a new video for Topless Topics about my depression and anxiety that I had to deal with during this convention, because that seems to be something that resonates with people, and I like the chance to rant a bit about my feelings on the matter. That's it. Alright, thanks for watching. I'm actually recording on my phone. Yeah. Even though I'm home. Just because, honestly, it doesn't mess up the video as much as the webcam does. Eek. So I need to get a better webcam, but that's gonna have to wait until after VidCon, when I can hopefully save up some more money, because these two conventions are wiping me out. Both physically and financially. So